gonna cry. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. That's so crazy. We just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Okay, you can hear me. That's good. Color me pissed, but we just gonna have a good day. Wait, did the
3 and 4.
exactly? But what was it about again? A lot of the characters that I make are like not necessarily coping, but it's just like one time I made a post about because somebody was just like, I don't understand the appeal of things like of like flower punk and solar punk and stuff when punk is supposed to like defy the status quo. Pretty much solar punk is an up and coming genre because honestly there's not a lot of material for solar punk. The only thing that I could think of that comes to mind in terms of films that fit that theme is Strange World from Disney. Had to go out and come back in the stream. Yay! But solar punk, it's pretty much post-capitalism. A lot of things like cyberpunk and steampunk is usually some sort of capitalist critique, but with certain visual aesthetic rules, and it's supposed to critique the system right. But solar punk is just like, okay, we've talked shit about the system. What are we actually going to do after we kill the big bad or defeat the system? Like, how are we rebuilding and stuff? And I'm at that point with my art, or at least my artistic goals, where I don't just want to if I'm going to do social commentary, I'm going to actually pose solutions instead of just critiques, because I feel like we're at a place where complaining about things and bringing light to these issues is very popular, but nobody has any suggestions on how to organize. Well, it's not that nobody has any suggestions. It's like organizing. Nobody has that idea of thinking beyond that. And that's what I was sort of talking about with like the thing about big women not being shown love or affection and stuff. It's great that you have these stories where a big woman might not start with love or affection, and she may need that outside perspective in order to help her realize her true worth and true potential and stuff. But what about the big women who did not struggle with that? You know, I want more range in depictions when it comes to different demographics, because we shouldn't be used to this idea that it'll always be like this hostile towards certain types of people because of their appearance. She got boobs on her back. She got boobs on her back. I just realized she got boobs on her back. Okay. Drawing the back of any perspective thing is so great, because all I gotta do is do the front and flip it and just do a couple of adjustments, and I don't have to worry that much. Like, drawing the back of an outfit may be a pain, but when it comes to like bodies and heads, it's like, yeah, I did that. But essentially, what I want to do with my stuff is have like more casual representation. By casual representation, I mean like representation where it's still conscious, it's still identity conscious, but it's like because I don't want to be like, oh, we shouldn't treat these things like a big deal because we still live in a world where people of different demographics are dealing with hostility and shit, you know. But I also don't want it to be where every time I have a marginalized person, there's like a lesson to be had. I want to show environments where people of marginalized identities don't have to worry about that anymore. Because like I think that it's very important, although it's important to bring light to these social issues, we need to give people hope and try to imagine like a life after we manage to succeed and get these goals done, you know. Also, I just really love Nima. Like when I talked about how she's the first character that I had a really solid idea with, like it was still a struggle with her because I did a lot of research, um, particularly when it came to Thierry Mugler and because Terry Mugler's, what was it, spring 1997 collection, that is the inspiration for her initial hunting outfit. It's always good choices and good outcomes in life. Some people make mistakes and others just choose bad decisions. Yeah. But what I was mainly talking about, like showing people something to hope for. Like give people a reason to be like, why are we struggling to fight for these things? And it's just like, now you know. Mhm. But with Nima, I had a full. She takes heavy inspiration from Thierry Mugler's spring 1997 collection, and I just gotta redraw her sketch and stuff of her hunting outfit, because Nima is a character that I made who's a fashion designer that kills people on the side to let off steam. And of course there's like some obvious references to, say, Cruella. There's going to be some references to Thierry Mugler and Alexander McQueen, because not only do I like their styles in general, but I like the Terry Mugler and Alexander McQueen were designers that were very appreciative of women. And you can see that consistently in their work. Like they are the kind of artists who like put sexual themes in their stuff without like objectifying the models, because there's always like a clear appreciation for women in their work. Especially when it comes to Alexander McQueen, because like he was always making tributes. He made a line called Joan, which was a tribute to Joan of Arc. There was another line that he made in tribute to his sister who was assaulted. And he made a line based off of that, and it was like disheveled clothing in order to show like, you know, that sort of embarrassment and shame that comes with that, while still being sensitive to the subject and stuff. Terry Mugler, a lot of his work takes inspiration from dominatrix and stuff in order to have that sort of that sexy campy look without disempowering the woman, because you know we already have association with power with dominatrix wear and stuff. And then famous manga has actually taken inspiration from him, because a couple of Sailor Moon characters have worn looks inspired by his stuff. I think it was Black Lady who wore something that was based off of one of his 90s lines. Okay, this is a solid start. He's a designer. Yeah. You may have seen his work. Cardi B loves wearing his stuff. With Terry Mugler specifically. Cardi B loves wearing his stuff. I hope that there's a Mugler Met Gala theme, because I know that bitch is gonna win. One example is this one dress that she wore. It was like a nude bodysuit, and she wore a long skirt, and like the long skirt sort of came off her hips, but like the top part of it sort of reminds you of like a fountain or a banana when it's peeled back and stuff, as if she's like bursting out of the skirt. Another example was like a really big red dress. Like, let me find it real quick, because like, actually no, because I'm actually almost ready to go to bed. I'm just gonna describe it. Alexander McQueen is a lot easier to spot because there's clear, like, he worked in the movie. If you've seen the Hunger Games, specifically movies 1 and 2, he did that. Because I'm fairly certain that Catching Fire was the last project that McQueen worked on before he died. And I love his outfits for Effie. Effie was my favorite character. Well, she was one of them, because I also like Finnick. Shout out Finnick. But I might do a drawing stream of Nima next week. Yeah, I'll do it next week. Yeah, especially when I appreciate a lot when it comes to be honest, when it came to designers and stuff, like, yeah, there's costume designers, right? But when it comes to runway designers doing stuff, especially in like from the 80s to the early 2000s, that was very commonplace. It was kind of common in general. It kind of depends on the film, but like it was even more rampant from the 80s to the early 2000s, because like a lot of people were into fashion journalism. This was during the time where shows like Sex and the City, the movie The Devil Wears Prada, The Brats, and stuff, everybody and their mom was like very active in the behind the scenes part of fashion. So it was very commonplace to see a lot of fashion designers go into costume design for specific stuff. I don't know what kind of mouth Naya has. Like, I don't know if she has like buck teeth or anything. New folder. And then let me save this. God damn it. Wait, let me save this. This to save. I'm like, please don't be stupid. Please be safe. I'm like, Mr. Incredible, I just want everything to stay safe for 5 minutes. I think this is a good start. Honestly, usually the body is like the easiest part. It's just the clothes and the details and everything else. Like, I think I'm at a point where, like, okay, don't ask me to draw like a full-on nude figure. Like, I'm still learning with that. Don't ask me to do that. But I can make a pretty decent base to use as a doll and put clothes on. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish this because, like, I got an early class in the morning. And my voice is also starting to get tired. But thank you everybody who came. Y'all are awesome. Thanks for listening to me ramble about like creative vision and stuff. This was nice. Actually, let's see if I can raid somebody. Give me just one moment. Cause I almost forgot how to do the raid thing. I'm like, who's streaming right now? Okay, we're gonna raid Nari. As soon as before I find out, you have to use the back. Do you have to use the backslash thing, or is it a exclamation point? And then how do you spell Nari's name? I'm like, I gotta copy and paste. And then we'll get there. Let me learn technology real quick, and then we'll actually get there. Cause like every time I try to type up her name, I have a hard time. Not in here, but on Twitter, and I'm like, please, I just want to live. Okay. But she's having a donathon and stuff, so we're gonna go over there and say hi. Every time I hear backslash, I keep getting reminded of the Xenoblade games. Oh my god. But let's go ahead and let's go. Thanks for coming. Stay above the water.